Next project, next full project is gonna be a minute, but I'm dropping. All right, so look, I'm gonna tell you like this. January or the next month, and the next month, I'm gonna have 5 new singles out, and then every week after that, I'm coming with a song. So end of January, and then every week through the end of the year, I'm coming with a song.
Are they gonna have visuals?
Oh, absolutely. It's gonna have visuals up for each song.
Hey, your visuals be dope.
I
All the
appreciate
way
it.
from 4 years ago, they were dope. I
I
was like,
appreciate
damn, man. I'm like, somebody got who putting this money behind you? Are you doing this all yourself?
self-funded, man. You know you
That's
gotta
right.
invest in yourself.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You keep doing what you're doing because you're moving the right way, for real.
You know, I appreciate it. That's affirmation. YouTube, man, it's gonna blow. I already know. I feel it.
Yeah. We just building up the momentum right now. We ain't faking it till we make it over here. We growing this organically.
Mm.
A lot of people they go put fake followers and bots and try to act.
Of FL.
You are now tuned in to the News You Can Use podcast live. I am here with your boy. If you didn't know, now you know, one of the hottest producers. Tell them where you from. Where you from?
Yo, I'm from Arizona, man. So I guess that's where the heat came from. No, I'm playing. But shout out Big Surf, man, having me out here.
We got the cook-up zone in the building. You dig what I'm saying?
We decided to enjoy the view today. So we're just like, you know what I mean? Let's take it outside.
I had to bring it outside for you. I said Johnny Neptune is on the podcast. We got to do it like this. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir, man. Let's give him some news, man.
So how you feeling today?
Great, man. Just doing my thing. I'm driving around. I pit stopped here, downloaded some kits, sending out some emails. Just doing my thing. Probably gonna head to Jacksonville sooner than Wednesday, to be honest. Just practice, but yeah, man. Always moving. You know what I mean? Move up, move out, move on. That's what we do.
So how'd you find your love for hip hop?
Shoot. It really started out as love for hip hop, like in middle school, man. Just 50 Cent, The Game, tried the Lil Wayne, of course, before he kind of birthed Drake in a way. But yeah, just ever since then, I just fell in love with it, and then I started making beats off of iPod. You know what I mean? I found a way to do it. Everyone was using, even back then, FL was still popular. You know what I mean? It's been probably the most prominent for a while, but I decided to go against the grain. You know what I mean? I use an iPad for the most part. I use an app called BeatMaker 3, and they're not that known. You know what I mean? They only got like 5,000 followers on Instagram. I don't think a lot of people. It's not a mainstream device, but basically you can use that. It's like a combination of FL and an MPC all in one. So I can navigate. It's all touchscreen. So while they're using the mouse, I'm doing the same thing. You know what I mean? I could do all that, move the track around, arrange stuff, all of my fingers. It's dope. Like, it just feels like I'm in the future. You know what I mean? But it's crazy. It's only a $15 app, and you got plugins. There's just a lot you can do with it. So I always believe in that. Two things. Well, simplicity is key, especially in music. And then, what was the other thing? Simplicity and not overthinking stuff. You know what I mean? I feel like that's kind of one and the same. But yeah, man, it's versatile. You can do so much with it, and I love it.
So how'd you get into producing?
I feel like everyone has a similar story. Maybe at least mine was a friend of a friend. You know what I mean? So my friend got into it because he was making beats, and I'm sure he was inspired maybe from someone he saw online or another friend. But it's like, you know, you're always inspired or influenced by somebody. I didn't just like think, I'm gonna make beats one day. You know, it was like it kind of came to me, and I decided, do I like this? And I'm the type of person too, where it's like, if my friends are playing basketball or doing, as long as it's productive and positive, like I
You
always
with
try
it.
new things. Yeah, exactly. I'll throw me in the mix, but literally. So, but yeah, I've been doing it for 10 years now. You know what I mean? I don't put too much pressure on the placements or like. I just love the creating part. So I never really tapped in on the business end for a while. I just didn't. Like I said, it wasn't my desire. Like everyone has different intentions. That's why I feel like the most important part of this industry is finding out people's why. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of people with a lot of money. That's cool, but a lot of them are dickheads. You know what I mean? And then you get to know them, and they're like, "Oh, damn, you did all that for that." You know what I mean? Like personally, I want to retire my mom. That's my main goal. Like with all this, she's still doing working 2 jobs, stuff not necessarily that she wants to do or her dream. So, I just want to be able to create that for her. And I know that's not what it's about, but to me, it's the time being able to spend more time with her, and she's not doing what she just has to do. So that's my why. So I like to find out people's why. Like I said, especially in music, man, because people, I've seen it. You know what I mean? I've seen it with homies that you've interviewed. I've seen it with other people. They'll snake you for money, opportunity, whatever, clout. I've seen it's happened to me personally. You know what I mean? There's a TikToker right now. He's booming. You know what I mean? And painting me out to be a bad dude, but you can't care about it. You just got to learn and then navigate better and then decide who you want on your team.
Wait. You gotta elaborate on it. Who's the TikToker, man?
Oh man, we can't. I don't want to do a smear campaign, man.
We're not doing a spirit campaign. We're just gonna keep it 100. If you made the beat, you need to claim your. If that's what you did.
Well, no, it's not about. It's actually not that. We were friends, and I did music, and he's a.
Who are we talking about?
If I say it, people will know. But he posted me in an interview, and I wasn't there to vouch for myself. So I felt like, and he lied about me. So that's why I was kind of like. So I guess it's an opportunity, but I got no ill will towards him. Like it's just like cool. If that's who you really are, then do your thing. You know what I mean? A lot of people, unfortunately, they change with money and clout, or like I don't know, but
So what's the song? Like, what is this person known to be a famous TikToker for?
He goes by Kanye East.
Okay.
But yeah, he was my homie, Mike Manic, for like 7-8 years. I was his only friend. You know what I mean? And he switched up. He stole stuff from me. I really didn't want to come in here and throw people under the bus or drama.
No, I didn't know nothing about it. That's why I asked and had to elaborate on it.
Yeah, my bad. There's a motorcycle out here. I probably shouldn't have gone right here, but
no, you good. We both outside in the elements, man. People, if they on the internet, at least we take them outside today. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, doing things a little different.
Yeah,
but no, I took it more personally. You know what I mean? Because he was a homie. It wasn't just about TikTok or business or any of that. I met him actually in South Carolina at Canes. I just went off his vibe. He had a good vibe. I found out he did music just talking to him. He was a producer at the time. So I was like, all right, we definitely got to hang out. You know what I mean? And ever since then, we were tight. But he had this false narrative of me. I don't know why. It wasn't a big deal. It was more of like, he said, because I invited him because he was depressed, like going to Cali. I was going to Cali doing like a cook-up tour. And he had a friend in Cali. So I was like, I'm going to invite him, you know what I mean? And it'd be easier me driving by myself, rather have someone with me, you know what I mean? Good company. And he was like, yo, bro, I appreciate you because I was so depressed. I was so down right now. Me and my girl going through it, blah, blah, blah. So he said, I'll pay for the gas since you're driving. So I was like, you didn't have to, bro. Like, but that's cool, So comes time, you know what I mean? He doesn't pay no gas. He doesn't want to drive. When he did drive, he was tired. You know what I mean? He should have been sleeping a little bit while I was awake driving, and he didn't, and he almost killed us because he fell asleep at the wheel. And I woke up and I grabbed
Wait, he almost killed y'all.
He almost killed us because of his lack of responsibility. So, but that wasn't it. You know what I mean? It was the fact that he stabbed me in the back and went on an interview and tried to say that I was around him for money. And it's like, no. I invited you because I was a friend. I saw you were down. You know what I mean? And yeah, it's gonna make the road trip more fun. Like, of course, I'm trying to help a bro. You know what I mean? Like, so it is what it is. I feel like I was not the hero paying out to be the villain, but in a way, so I took it personally. I was like, and you're gonna go on an interview and like, I'm not even famous. These people don't know me. Like, why you even gotta, you know what I mean? Because the dude asked, he was like, so where's that dude that you were with on the road trip? And then just threw me straight under the bus and lied. So, but yeah, I don't really do smear campaigns or talk about people. So yeah, cut that out. The interview. That's just like, yeah.
Hey man, we lied. It ain't like you smearing them. You told your side of the story. It's not like you didn't say nothing bad. You just kept it 100. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Always 3 sides, right? There's my side, his side, and the truth. So
right. And if that's your truth, if that's your truth, that's your truth, bro.
Yeah.
That's facts right there. You know what I'm saying? Johnny Neptune in the building. That's all we gotta say.
That's the drama, the news, the drama news.
But what are some of the records that you produce for some of these artists?
Probably my most impactful one was Killer Be Killed with Jay Valentine. He's out in Arizona. He did merch, shows off that one song, you know what I mean? And I gave it to him, honestly. It's not distributed in my name, so I pretty much gave him that, you know what I mean? The royalties, I blessed him. I didn't hunt him down or chase him. Just because I'm not like that, I just took it as like you know what I mean? I made the wrong move. I sent people beats for free. I didn't have contracts. You know what I mean? It's just like I said, the love of the game, like playing basketball. I just pass you the rock. You know what I mean? Let's just score together as a team. But unfortunately, in this business, as soon as people score for themselves, man, all right, peace, nice meet you, bro. That's just how it is. But you got to learn how to read people and just protect yourself. You know, even the story I just told you with Mike, you know, I could have protected myself more, not rely on others. You know what I mean? Not rely on his gas, not rely on his kindness, nothing. You know what I mean? When you're self-reliant, you're accountable. You know what I mean? People really can't. External shit, it doesn't phase you like as much.
So, who are some of your favorite producers, man? Name some of your top 5 producers that you like.
Top 5, man. Let's see. I gotta give my respect to Quincy. Young Metro. Shout out D-Dot. I got his kids right now. I gotta shout him out. Shit. Can I go? I'll go with Il Melly. He ain't a big producer yet, but to me, he's the most loyal. So that counts to me. And then
shout out Il Melly, bro.
Yeah, shout out Plus Season, the whole team, man. And then the last one, let's see. Probably Mike Will Made It, just from all the songs back in the day that are so memorable with 2 Chainz. I'm Different. I'm trying to think if that was one of his records, but just the time frame. You know what I mean? It was like Mike Will Made It owned like almost 2013 to like.
Yeah, you know, Mike Will Made It did a lot of good tracks, man.
Yeah. Drummer Boy too. I chopped it up with him. Yeah. Gunboy, he sent me some stuff to help me out on my page. But yeah, you said top 5, so that's top 5, 7.
So what are some of the future projects that you're a part of that you about to, some of the artists about to put out?
That's a mystery, honestly, man. Right now, I'm just going by ear, but I do have a special artist right now, goes by Widow, and I think she's gonna take over. I've got a crazy marketing team. I think shit's gonna pop off. You'll hear the name Widow by the end of this year. We'll come
Widow
back to
going up.
Widow.
You go get me interview with Widow, man. We gotta go in with Widow and put Widow on it.
She gotta stop being shy, man. She gotta stop being shy. She's in Jacksonville. She's with my homie Ethan. He is the number 1 luxury pool building company in the whole state of Florida. But I had the I had the luxury of being his neighbor, and he needed a spot to stay. He's going through stuff with his wife, and I just let him stay at my place. I didn't charge him rent. I just got to know him, and his
Hey,
daughter.
you a real one. That's what real ones do, right?
Yeah, his daughter, she sings, and then his son plays basketball, and those are like my two favorite things. So we just got along. You know what I mean?
Where are you from?
Where's he from or me?
No, you. Where are you from?
I grew up in Arizona, but I'm from South Carolina. But my dad was military, so you know what I mean.
You've been all over the place. Yeah, I got family, man, out there in South Carolina, man. Shout out Carlisle, and you know what I'm saying. I was out that way.
You know about the food then too.
Yeah, man, for sure. A lot of my family is out there.
It's different.
Yes. So, musically, who are some of your music influences? I mean, I don't know how old you are, but who, like, hip hop wise, and even other genres, like, what was your influence?
We're gonna have to do a top for that too, because I've got a lot of them. So you want a top?
Let's go. Let's run it.
All right. Let's see. Wiz Khalifa, probably one of them, just because he was so prominent, consistent. I think he was around before Lil Wayne. Maybe I could be wrong. I mean, I know Lil Wayne was rapping.
Lil Wayne been around since he was like 13, man. Cash Money days, man. Chopper City in the ghetto. So wait. We not go put Wiz up there with Lil Wayne, but okay, let's go.
Yeah, you're right. I'm just as far as my perspective. Like I heard of Wiz first, and then I discovered Lil Wayne.
Wow.
Drake, of course. Just because he's not only on top of the industry, but so willing to work with, up and coming artists and supportive. Like I see that shit. Let's see, I got a couple more. Let me think, because I gotta make sure they're legitimate top picks. I can't be pulling them out my ass right now. I should have had this already ready. I'm one of those people that's like, I don't pick favorites just because I feel like I isolate myself that way, or like, you know what I mean? I won't branch out to someone new. But anyways, let's see. I got two more I got three in the bucket, two more. As far as impactful, are we talking about my favorite picks or the top five I think are the most impactful? My top five.
It's all about you.
Okay, let's see. This is taking longer than it should. Hold on. I don't want to be cliche because I don't listen to Eminem like that, but I respected his lyricism. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't. I feel like he maybe could have better beat selection, but I'm not gonna throw stones at him. He did his thing.
He needs you to make him some beats. That's the problem. We just go keep it there.
Right? He needed a different style. I mean, he had his own style, so that's what people respect. He kind of has like his own flavor of beats, so I get that. There's another artist that's kind of different like that. I want Joyner on the Lucas, but I can't put him above J. Cole. J. Cole's got to be up there as well. Just because he's so real, you know what I mean? He puts his heart on his sleeve in his verses. So you got to respect that. A lot of artists, they don't. You know what I mean? That's why rap's down 40%. Let's just be real. A lot of people, they see what they see, and like, instead of being like, oh, that's dope, let me try this. No, they want to do, hey, oh, shit, that's what they're doing. Let me do that. Let me copy that. Let me jack that. No, you know what I mean? That's not art. That's copy and paste. You know what I mean? So you can be inspired by something, but, in my opinion, I think it's wrong to just rap about the same things that everyone else is doing. Like, you're supposed to come in, portray your own message. And, you know what I mean? They're over here just rapping about what they think people want to hear, what they think is popping. And it's true, it might be, you know what I mean? But for longevity, if you want to be a household name, in my opinion, do it your way, man. Do it your way. Be authentic.
Hey, anybody could just put together anything and sound like the next person. That's like being an artist and looking up a type beat. Like, how you gonna look up the next person's type beat when
Right.
you're an artist, when you're supposed to make music that sounds like your type beat. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
As a producer, how do you navigate through these artists that want to sound like Young Boy, sound like Migos, sound like Detroit, sound like LA, sound like drill music, and they not from even Chicago? Like, how do you?
This is just me personally, you know what I mean? Because everybody's gonna be different, and you know, a lot of people are doing this just for money. That's cool, you know what I mean? But this is like a book to me, you know what I mean? There's a publisher and an author, and whatever message they're portraying, I'm affiliated with, you know what I mean? And I'm not out here in the streets killing people or like, you know what I mean? I'm not about that life. I've been around it, you know what I mean? But I got away from it. It's not, there's nothing, it's just destruction, you know what I mean? And it literally, you can see what it does to the communities. You know, I fully believe that music has been tainted and designed and controlled by labels to manipulate the masses,
Hey,
keep them
the
in.
labels own the prisons, so we
Yeah,
all know the labels own the prisons, man, and we all know it's set up systematically and designed to tear down the community and to promote violence and to promote, you see the people they sign, and we know they sign death clauses, humiliation rituals, and they put life insurance on these artists. So I don't really get, but people will do anything for fame. Most of these artists really aren't talented. Do you feel like most of the artists are talented, or is it the popularity?
oh, they've said it in interviews too on big pages. They say it's all popularity now. It's all about, it's not about talent no more. And I feel like it's a balance. You can't just be hot garbage and come out. But I mean, I've heard some garbage on the radio, so you don't know. But yeah, it's back to people's intentions, man. Like me personally, I love music, and I'm not gonna let it be tainted by people that just want to use me or use me as a doormat. You know what I mean? Like just to live a lifestyle that they want. They're not really passionate about it. You know what I mean? It's just they want the women, they want the money, all the shit it comes with. And that's why I ask people why. Like, why do you do music? Why, I don't care. Like, I do care a little bit, like what their projects are and all, but the first and foremost, that's why I feel like that's the best thing you can ask people and enter any relationship. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, man, like, why have you been doing this? You know what I mean? What's your end goal? Why do you want to get there? You know what I mean? And you'll see, you know what I mean? People, honestly, if you listen to them long enough, they'll reveal themselves. So I don't even have to ask them sometimes. They'll just be talking,
Right.
like, oh shit, he just lame as fuck about, you know what I mean? And that's just.
So what do you think of the new artist that's out right now? Like, the female artists, like who do you feel like is some of the people that's making noise and that's moving the culture?
I mean, they're moving it in a direction that's like, should my kids be watching this? You know what I mean? Thankfully, I don't have kids right now, but you know what I mean? You see it. You see these 15, 16, 14-year-old girls taking pics like, these Instagram models, and it's a disease, bro. It's a disease,
Yes.
in my opinion. You know what I mean? But they could turn around. They can affect the minds with positivity, but it's just so manipulated right now. It's hard to speak on shit like this, but people hate that, man, you corny. Like, bro, someone could walk up to me with $1 billion right now, and I'll tell them no if it's not right. You know what I mean? So that's power to me.
Morals is out the window, right? Nowadays, morals is left the building.
I'm almost like a Kanye West. Like, I'll burn it all, bro. Just leave me with God. I'm good. Like, because God is love to me, and it's like a lot of this music is not portraying that. Excuse me.
Hey, you said something earlier that really captured my attention when you said that Wiz Khalifa is one of your favorite artists. That's one of my favorite artists. Currency, Wiz Khalifa, Big Crit, Nipsey Hussle, that whole era. Just speak on that era right now for the people who don't know about that inspirational era.
I guess a best way to put it, because I can't describe it. You just imagine your kickback with your friend, you're hot boxing, you're about to go see some nice views, go to the beach. I mean, that's what Jet Life was about. It seemed to me. Just Wiz has always been kind of a stoner rapper, but he switched it up recently. He does a little bit different stuff now, but coming up, that was like, you already know. He was about peace and love, you know what I mean? It switched a little bit, and now it's kill them, kill that. And I'll still listen to it, you know what I mean? I'll still listen to the beats and all that, and it's cool, but I filter it out sometimes, you know what I mean? I don't absorb the message and it's like, oh yeah, and then implement it myself because I don't want to become a product of that, you know?
No.
It's not me. I can't fake that.
No.
Even Paul Wall, he said 90% or more of his lyrics all lies, fake shit. So it's like, and he made it, you know what I mean? So people want to, you know, that's why I feel like rapping is more acting, you know, nowadays, because you're literally a performer, a stage performer, so it's not real.
You're an entertainer for real, you know?
Yeah, so they don't want to share that message, but I feel like it's so important to, because we live in such dark times and divided times. This doesn't help, it hurts, you know what I mean? So, and you can do it in a cool way, you know what I mean? Because I don't listen to Christian rap personally. I think some of the songs are not corny, but kind of, you know what I mean? Like maybe better beats, or you could still make rapping about God cool or positivity. I wouldn't even call it conscious rapping, maybe like just enlightened or whatever, you know, but
right.
I feel like music, the point of it was to inspire, give people a good message, you know what I mean? And it's been lost. It's a lost art. You got, you know, people that are still doing it that make you, you know, that's true art. It's making, when you can send vibrations to someone and make them feel better about themselves, you can do that through conversation and music. Nothing else, in my opinion. Because everything else is just like, you know, visual. Some things make you feel a certain way, like something's happened in your life. But as far as uplifting, I feel like, you know, cleansing your mind. You know, when you listen to bad music, you start to have like that stuff in your life. And then you listen to uplifting music and you're like, you're thinking
vibrational.
Yeah.
It's
intentional what they're doing. Because they don't want people to know themselves. Because when you know yourself, you're scary. You know what I mean? No one can fuck with you. I'm one of those dudes, and that I'm, you know, of course I don't know myself in my entirety. I don't think we can ever do that. That's why I don't judge people, because I'm still getting to understand myself and why I do things.
Right.
But I just make sure that I'm not doing things for the wrong reasons, and I'm okay. This is a quote I made up. I like to say is like, I figure out the why, God figures out the how. You know what I mean? You gotta put your best feet forward as a producer. If you want to be the best, learn from the best. You know what I mean? It's simple. I think people overcomplicate it. So, you know, always study, always be a student in the game, always be humble. You know what I mean? Because you never know when. Like I said, you're only in competition with yourself. So I don't.
Right.
You know, right. I never step on toes or be like, yeah, it's the cook-up zone, bitch. You know, I'm not.
But hey, it is the cook-up zone, and shout out to the cook-up zone. You know what I'm saying? Man.
We cooking. We got
shout out to the news you can use.
And we got shit money can't buy, so I love that. You know what I mean? It's a blessing.
So what do you guys got coming up, like of recent? What are y'all dropping? You know, some of the new artists you messing with. Let me know, man. I know you got a lot. It's the cook-up zone, so I know it's a lot.
You'll have to ask my boy Melly, man. I don't have all the details because I just literally I cook like that. That's my role, and then he handles all the artists. I still A&R, don't get me wrong, and I'll bring artists in like Widow. Widow is part of the team now, and but yeah, I'm really lost as far as that, bro. I can't, but I know we've got this dude. His name's DSI Nick.
Okay.
Yes, DSI Nick. Let me triple check that because I don't want to fuck his name up.
Yeah, don't mess up DSI Nick, man. Come on, man. You can't mess up on his name. He might be watching this right now. He can be like, man, what happened, bro? You know what I'm saying? Come on.
I fucked it way up. I fucked it. It's this DISIS. This is Nick. I don't know why. I've got what's the word? Where you switch up letters. You know what I'm talking about?
Acronyms.
You mess up the B and the D and the P. I'm trying to remember what it's called.
It happens, man. So where can they find you on social media?
At the Cook Up Zone, man. At the Cook Up Zone.
Man.
Yes, sir. I mean, I go by Johnny Neptune, but I came up with the Cook Up Zone because the theme around it is, fuck the gatekeepers, man. Whoever's cool, wants to cook, is passionate about music. You know what I mean? Let's get it.
Let's cook. So, man, shout out to you, Johnny Neptune. Where did you get your name from?
I came up with it, man. I just came. It's honestly weird because I was thinking about it. I was like, I was thinking of like planets too. I was like, out of this world. You know what I mean? Like Jimmy Neutron. I was like, we do Johnny because my real name's John. I was like, let's do Johnny. And then I came up. I was like, Saturn. No, Johnny. Jupiter, nah. I was like, Johnny Neptune. I was like, that's not. It just had a ring to it. You know what I mean? I was like, and then I looked up later, and I found out I'm not huge into astrology science, but I found out that Pisces, because I'm a Pisces, the ruling planet is Neptune. I was like, damn. I was like, I gotta keep it now. I was like, it's meant to be. So I don't believe in coincidences. So it's like something in me knew like that's what it needed to be, but. Yeah, the Cook Up Zone, like in general, is just it's more of a collective. It's not a label. It's not my brand. It's just like, what are we cooking? You know what I mean? What am I cooking? What you cooking?
Whipping it up. You in the kitchen. You come from that whip it era, man.
Like I'm probably gonna use this as a promo page too. You know what I mean? Producers I fuck with that we're coming up with. Yeah. It could be like a promo thing too. Like the Cook Up Zone, we got. Melly doing this, you know what I mean? He does his weekly thing and he's doing more services. So, but it's just good to have everybody coordinated like that and they're not like backstabbers, you know what I mean? It's hard to find people like that because it's just like
it's hard to find genuine people, man. It's hard to find genuine people out in this world. So I got a couple questions for you, man. If you had one album to listen to for the rest of your life, what album would it be?
Taylor Outerdice.
What's your favorite song on that album? Because I got some songs on there I like.
It's na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. It's like conscious something,
Hey, look, man, we gonna work because I'm an artist myself. You know what I'm saying? Big surf guy. I do music. I got a lot of hot records. I'm gonna play something for you. I'm gonna just play it. I wasn't gonna do it, but I wasn't gonna make it about me. But when you started mentioning,
I didn't know. I wanted to ask you questions, but I didn't know how you wanted it read. You know what I mean? Because it's your show, so I was gonna let you do your thing. But I like to interview the interviewer sometimes.
Man, go ahead and ask me some questions, bro. This is unreleased. I'm gonna play it for you. Then you ask me some questions.
Let's get it.
I like the fact that you ask me some questions, man. Nobody does that. See, you care. Man. That's a good thing, man.
I was always taught that too. If interview the interviewer, hoping this mic stays on. Sun's going down.
50 feet. By Big Surf Guy on the News You Can Use podcast. Exclusive, never heard before.
Yeah, we got the nighttime setting.
50 feet and an ounce of space. And I was this way before the corona. Just a nigga on Willowbrook, nigga Mona. 121st, ready to run up on ya. And I don't never switch up and I never change. I don't put that on
produced by me.
Produced it.
How the fuck did I change?
Let's go.
Being that nigga, how the fuck did I switch? See niggas snitch, turn up, turn bitch. I'm still turned up real quick. Never being like you, I'm 100% authentic.
All right, Johnny Neptune, let me know what you think, nigga. Don't be biased. You gotta give me that 1 to 10.
Not being biased.
Will not quit. Marathon continues, selling out these venues.
Let me listen to the whole
You acting like you bought it.
We're gonna finish bumping it. We're gonna let it go.
Don't know what you done got yourself into. Niggas acting like they riding, but in a rental. I'm official, baby blow a whistle. 45 blowing like a missile. I'm cold with it, all my niggas go get it. All my niggas go killers. Y'all snitches, we don't fuck with none of you niggas. 6'9", we ain't like none of you niggas. Told you bitch gon' rock steady. That the game went way too heavy. It's way too heavy for my nigga. Yeah, bitch. Turn guy, bitch. Real one. That's way.
All right. Let me know what you think, Johnny Neptune. You know, I produced it. I don't write, so I freestyled it all the way through. You know.
Damn, okay. I'm gonna give you a 10 just for that. And because it was coming from you. It's not biased.
Don't be biased. If it wasn't me and I wasn't showing love, just be like, look, man, if it's a 7, it's a 7.
No, I'm gonna give you a 10 just because you made the beat too.
Oh man.
And you freestyled it. I know that's not easy.
All the way through. I didn't stop, man. I didn't do like these new rappers where they punch in. How do you feel about punching rappers?
I'm not gonna say they're not real rappers, but I think it's a lost art, like beat battling and like freestyling, like truly freestyling. Because I could do it too. I don't drop my own stuff, which is a mistake.
Wait. So you saying we could get a freestyle?
I can freestyle, yeah, man. But,
all right, let's get it. Let's go. I'm ready.
Okay. With or without a beat?
However you want to do it.
You can throw a beat on, it don't matter.
I don't know if I got a beat. Like, I don't know how that's gonna work. Let's try it. This would be the first time we ever did it. I don't know who beat we gonna use. Shout out to the producer who did this beat. I got hella beats in my phone. Hey, if y'all need some beats, tap in with my boy Lindrum. Tap in with my boy, you know what I'm saying, at the Cook-Up Zone, Johnny Neptune. He got the hot beats. If you want that Wiz Khalifa Currency style shit that I want, because I'm going to tap in with him after we get off this interview so we can cook up some shit. Because you see what type of shit I'm on, so you can make that type of shit, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's go.
And if I can't, that's the beauty. You know what I mean? We got
what you got?
I'm a lion man, but I'm a stand. I'm a lion man. Make change. See my name? My name is Stone. This is my coming soon. Came from the moon. I'm for me, but she's overdue. I stayed on the time, and now I'm on the news. Shout out to my crew. Surfing and surfing. And they really, yeah, it's surfing. It's really big. Oh, man, we tripping up. Yeah. God passed me the light, and I said, man, thank you. We cooking up and looking up. Man, they really mad because they can't take what they got. They should take from us. Man, they just want to hate, but we don't get to hate them. Can't keep the bullshit out of my head.
I'm an artist of many different genres. You know, I'm a rapper. I rap too. I sing too. It's hard to put in. I'm still trying to define, you know, what to label it besides just being an artist, man. Obviously, my most recent release is a reggae release. but yeah, it's a blend, man. I'm working on really making my own sauce, and reggae is a huge inspiration to me in my path, especially recently. But yeah, I'm happy to be here, man. I'm out here in Northern California, just running some errands. It's raining up here. I don't know what the weather's like down there, but thanks for having me on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So let's get into it. Tell us a little bit about yourself, where you come from.
Yeah, I was raised in Northern California until I was in high school. Place called Sonoma County. It's about an hour north of San Francisco and Oakland.
Okay.
And then in high school, my mother and I moved to Maui, to the south side of the island of Maui in Hawaii, a town called Kihei. And my mom still lives out there. My pops is out here in the North Bay. And yeah, man, I've been making music as long as I can remember. And I'm happy you found me. I'm happy to make new friends and yeah, finding other creatives and finding my people, man. That's what it's all about.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I seen you. I found your music, and I was like, man, this artist he's pretty dope. And I'm like, I gotta connect with him, so I hit you up for the interview, man. You know, that's how it happens. Networking at its finest.
I really appreciate that, Surf God, for real.
Yes, sir. You know, here on the News You Can Use platform, we're here to shine artists on all genres, all walks of life. You know, this is just a place where people should be able to come and feel like they're at home. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, it feels good. Yeah, it feels good connecting with other creatives, and I appreciate any support that people want to show and help me shine my light on the world and find my tribe. Find my people, find my demograph, find my fans, find my family.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is a place for that, man, on the News You Can Use. So, tell me about your early days of listening to music and what inspired you to go in the path that you're in now.
Yeah, man. I was raised on I've always loved music ever since I was a little kid. My father he played conga drums, percussions, he played the jazz flute. My mom was singing songs. She was in the choir at church, and she was probably the first person I saw write a song, played guitar and ukulele. And so being creative and having music around me has always been a thing. Was really fell in love with rock, classic oldies, then rock, which led to like a group Rage Against the Machine, which led me to hip hop, Tupac, NWA, E40, being from the Bay Area, Too Short, been making records longer than I've been alive, Mac Dre, rest in peace. All these, along with West Coast legends, NWA, leading all the way up to Nipsey, these people still inspire me. Snoop Dogg, I consider him like my uncle I never met yet. Same with Uncle Earl, Stevens, E40. Shouts out to them, being raised on the click and all this independent Bay Area. And then to switch over to the conscious hip hop, like shouts out to Hieroglyphics, Del the Funky Homo Sapien, Souls of Mischief, Living Legends, the whole Quantum, Zion I, Far Side. These are all people that really inspire me, to be myself. Atmosphere, Rhyme Sayers. These are the, Brother Ali. These are people that taught me that I could just be myself, and there's nothing tighter that someone could be other than being true to themselves and finding a way to express that. Being raised in a place where there's so much glitz and glamour and glorifying of whether it was drug dealing, gang banging, pimps and hoes, like all that is part of the sauce and the cloth that I soaked a lot of game from. Yet finding these conscious hip hop and reggae, being raised on Peter Tosh, Gregory Isaacs, Bob Marley, from the Marley Sons, and find Iration, Slightly Stupid, finding these groups that just being myself I have so many different influences, and just being myself. That's like I'm still constantly finding who I am and
Yeah.
finding the right way to love myself. That's gonna project how I treat others and view this world and my art. So that was me coming up with CDs. You know, had a few cassette tapes, but CDs, and then going on to streaming platforms. I used to love searching for compilations, finding those artists where there'd be like 20 artists, and then I try to find them, and then Napster and LimeWire, leading up to where we're at today. Um, I've been around for a second, man, and I just love creating. And I feel like you could be a new artist and be in your late 20s, your 30s, and still be brand new, even
Yeah, you
older. You
can.
know what I mean? So um, I just love it, man. The more I travel the world, the broader my palette gets. That's what made me start crossing over from hip hop was my first love and being an MC, and I started traveling more. I got into electronic music, rapping over dubstep and EDM beats, and touring with some of these DJs and producers. Then started traveling the world and went to Jamaica, fell in love with dance hall, Colombia, fell in love with reggaeton. You know, what I mean, traveling all around as it's really broadened my horizon, and it's really finding who my people are, finding who my fans are. They might hear one Pure Power song and be like, "Oh, Pure Powers is a rapper. He's a hip hop artist." And then they hear another song and they're like, "Yo, is he like rapping and is he singing in Spanish? Wait, he's doing a song with Sizzla Kalonji and he's in Jamaica singing on a jet ski." Like, so finding, who my one particular audience is hasn't been an easy task because I'm ADD. I like to create in different spurts and how I'm feeling. I'm a Pisces. I'm real emotional. I'm really like really dive into whatever I'm feeling, and I might do a EDM dubstep club banger one day, and then do a heartbroken, sad R&B song the next day. So you really just got to scroll through my catalog. And I'm always curious. I'm always asking people. So, what one was the one that resonated with you? Like, what was the song that you heard surf?
I seen a clip of you performing on stage. I don't know. Oh, the Christmas one. That's
Oh,
the one I
okay.
like. I think it's a White Boy Christmas.
The White Boy Winter Wonderland. We called it Wonderland.
Yeah.
That's with the world famous Hoff twins. Shouts out to the Hoff twins. You might see them on No Jumper. They're coming out of a place called the Jungle here in the North Bay, and they grew up the only couple white kids in the projects in Marin City, which often when you hear the town of Marin, you don't think projects or hood, but there's a long history of the segregation. There just happen to be the only two white boys in that area, which definitely helped mold them into the human beings and the artists that they are.
Oh, I think we having a little technical difficulties. Okay,
And
there we go.
originally, Tom Hanks' son, was going to jump on the song. He had his whole white boy summer movement that he was doing, and I thought it was pretty funny. And we were like, let's do a holiday song. And I jumped on it, not even knowing if I'd really even like be on the song actually. And then we did it, and Chet Hanks ended up not hopping on it, and the Hoff twins wanted to run it, and they've been nothing but authentic and really genuine and cool with me. And it was produced by the Chef Boys. That's my crew and my partners on the studio I own in North Hollywood. So that's how I met them. They just came in there working with the Chef Boys. I was joking around with they're like, you should do a holiday song for Chet Hanks. And I was like, oh, in a White Boy Winter Wonderland. And they're like, oh, that's it. Go in there and run with it. And to be honest, I thought we was gonna get some slack for it, to be honest. But everyone's been real supportive. You know, we haven't had one negative comment on, like, I don't know how many different platforms we are. We did around 20,000 streams in a week or so, on a few, maybe even more on a few different platforms. So we're just having fun. I hope people don't take us too serious or get the wrong idea, because, you know, I mean, we've always been saturated in the culture, and, you know, I mean, we just having fun. You're worrying and living in a time where it's real. Everyone's really sensitive, and not to. There's been years of oppression, and to act like racism doesn't exist, or systematic racism. You know, I mean, you look at the record labels; they're owned by the people that run the prison systems and all this
Everybody
stuff.
knows this.
You
man.
know,
That's
it's all facts. At the same time, if we can't be authentic and have fun and laugh and have compassion and tolerance for each other, you know, I don't even want to like speak on it, but just like the whole, it's hard not to, like the whole Palestine and Israel, you know, that's been going on for years and years. It's like, you see so much separation, you know, and until we can learn to come together and set aside these differences, we're never going to see change, you know.
I agree.
It starts with love for ourselves, love for our neighbor, and really that's what I'm trying to put out there is love and light. I'm trying to inspire people to have fun, whether it's shaking their ass or meditating and praying. It's like, or getting out there, getting money, or making love with someone. Yeah, it's like that's or helping them through a heartbreak, giving them inspiration to go out there and hustle. That's what I want to bring to the world, you know. That's who I am. That's what makes me tick. And so that's with the recent release of TAT, Time After Time. It really was a song I wrote before. I mean, the Israel Palestine has been going on for years and years and years. You know, things just catch and they trend and they get bigger and bigger where they have to be spoken about. And there's all these different agendas and a lot of division. But I wrote this song before. But when I was saving this song for a while, and I was like, you know what? I think this song needs to come out now, because it's just time after time. You know, all we seem to ever do is fight. And the question that's burning through my mind is, will we ever learn before the button gets pressed, nukes are fired, and we blow ourselves up? You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, how did you get started in music?
So, you know, that was kind of the mission with this song, with this release, is, you know, time for us to be present and be here and look at ourselves. And, you know, no innocent people deserve to die. You know what I'm saying? There needs to be, you know, tolerance and compassion. And it's hard. Like, I don't have the same skin in the game that other people have in it. I have friends on both sides that believe very deeply in it. And not even to make this interview about it, but it's just like, you know, I ride the fence in a lot of ways, and I want to be friends with everyone. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
And, you know.
So how did you get your start in music? Tell me about that journey.
Man, really, it was just getting this creative feeling. It's probably when I was young, in my teens, smoking weed every day, listening to tapes, CDs, and I had this energy. I saw a lot of people around me that were writing graffiti, people that were DJs, and a couple rappers. And I just remember, you know, sneaking out to a house party when I was a kid and seeing this dude who, you know, became one of my mentors, and watching him freestyle, and he captivated the whole crowd. I didn't have money for DJ equipment. The spray painting, I wasn't the best drawer. I like to draw, but spray painting, you got to steal the paint. You can get in trouble. My pops was pretty hard on me when I was younger, and I didn't want to get in trouble. So you know, or get one less thing I can get in trouble for. So, and you're always kind of in the background. I had some friends that were even doing breakdancing and stuff, and you're always kind of in the background. And I liked being that dude. I didn't have much money. I needed to show that I was different, and I wanted to express and have influence. And I saw the way that this guy had captivated a whole room. And it was at that moment I was like, that's what I want to do. And you know, you put me in front of a crowd, I'm gonna you know, motivate that crowd. I'm gonna control that crowd.
I
I'm
seen,
gonna
man.
do my best to inspire that crowd.
Yes,
You know?
sir. Yes, sir. So, what was some of the first songs you wrote, or some of the first times you recorded? Do you remember?
Yeah, I took my mom's like cassette player, and you could plug this little tiny mic into it, play a beat on one tape, and record onto the other tape. And then shortly after that, Pro Tools came out. People started, you know, my friends started getting Pro Tools and laptops or on their desktop. So it was a young age, but didn't put out my first album till 2014. And yeah, I've been at it for, you know, a long time. It's hard to find some of my earliest releases. You can see my last album came out in 2018. It was called Year of the Peacock. And that's, you know, has to do with my colorful personality, switching over from boom bap, lyrical miracle stuff and real hip hop to more EDM, pop, experimental, even like islandy, tropical vibes. And then now I'm about to release 3 projects coming up in 2024. I've just been I was doing the singles, and now I'm ready to just get some projects out, get it out there, and get it to the people, you know. I'm sitting on so much music. It's not fair to myself or anyone who's invested in me or wants to hear more of me. I'm going to give it to them, you know?
Yes, sir.
So I'm really excited about these projects coming up this year.
So, let me get a freestyle, man. I don't mean to
I
put
don't
you
know
on
if
the
you
spot.
could hear me, Surf God,
Yeah, I can hear you perfectly.
but
Can you hear me?
now I can. Yeah.
Let me get a freestyle, man. Let me hear something.
I once saw a man tell his son he could do anything, but now it's just a memory begging for me to never leave a dream alone. Please complete the poems, sing songs, plant seeds so your trees will grow. But hold on, they'll always trying to cut you down when you smile. So bow for the child, say your vows, make them wonder how loud will they shout when you bounce to another town. Now is the crown that you found when we come around. Pow! I let you feel what my love is like now. You see, it's real when I touch a mic. Wow. Raising eyebrows and live crowds and rhyme styles till my time's out to find out. There is no limit to living just where your spirit is. The bitch going in, definitive in a minute. Get the ship sails in to enter into deliverance. This is bliss, so kiss goodbye your innocence. I got a bondage of self. God's on the shelf.